Hold on, a video on the Famicom Family Basic pack. Are we already repeating videos? Yes, if you were thinking, hold on, haven't they done a video on the Famicom Basic pack before? We have, but we're not just repeating videos here. There is another reason. We got another part of this package, and if you follow me on Twitter, you've probably already seen this because I got very excited about owning it, and so yeah, I put lots of photos on about it. But so other than this, which is like the Family Basic pack, is this here lovely keyboard in Famicom colours, and this cartridge which goes into the Famicom and enables it to run some basic stuff, and it basically converts. I'm going to say basic way too much in this, but anyway, it converts the Famicom into a very simple 8-bit computer. It's got most of the chips needed to be a computer, so this literally just adds kind of one of the missing components. So there's another part of that though, because you need, well, if you've seen the video we did on this, and if you haven't, I'll include it somewhere around here. The keyboard itself has on the back 2 ports called read and write, and they are so it can load up from tape. Now you can use any tape you want, obviously, but would this really, with this lovely matching colour scheme, be complete without an actual Nintendo branded data recorder? Because of course it wouldn't. So this is just a standard tape recorder, really, but it's in the Famicom colours. Oh, doesn't it look smart? And that lovely Nintendo logo there. So it also comes with this, which is a Nintendo tape. I don't know if there's anything on there, or if it's just empty. I guess we'll find out. Well, hopefully. This is probably not going to work first time. And yeah, it comes with some audio cables, but they are just audio cables. So yeah, and of course a manual. There's, of course, a manual. Nintendo are good at that. Oh, that's the eponymous thing, if you remember from the days when you load games up from tape. Every diagram is setting the volume level, because of course it is, because that's a heavily important thing when you're loading from tape. So yeah, so now we have our, it's hard to fit all this in shot, so we have our Famicom there we go, our lovely tape player. So we have a whole system that we can use now, and I figured we'd try and give it another try and try load from tape. This may not work, but it's worth a shot, certainly. So anyway, we've got 2 cables. We've got red and black. Red generally being the saving and black being the loading. So as it's saving, oh, in fact, you know, it's actually got it labelled. So you probably can't see that, but basically it's the ear, which is load, because that's where the sound comes out, and mic, which is save, because of course that's where sound goes in. So the black we're going to put into ear, the red we're going to put into mic, and then we do the same. So black will go into read, and red will go into write. So there you go, it's all nicely set up for anyone to use it. Now how are we going to power this is the question. It's 4 AAs, okay, we can handle that, that's good. Normally these are D cells, but these ones aren't. Fantastic, so we can power this via tape, so that's good. Let's grab some batteries and we'll plug it all in and we'll see what we can do. I'm also going to have to try and get this working. Every time I do this, I say to myself, oh, I've left the batteries in there. That's not what I say to myself. I say to myself, remember the steps to get this thing on, because there's all sorts of questions and stuff you have to answer. And it's in Japanese. So, yeah. So it's always remember the order you're doing this in. And every time I say, yep, I will absolutely remember the order I'm doing this in. And every time I will forget the order that I'm doing this in, so I have to remember it from scratch. Last time, I said to myself, I remember the order I did it in. And I didn't. So we're going to have to remember that order we did it in. But anyway, we'll work it out. Let's plug all this in. So this is the main screen. Interestingly, the table, the actual screen is quite all the way over there. So I'm having to turn around and face it. Right, well, first of all, I was going to put this tape in and it just wouldn't go in. And I thought, oh, that's really broken. And I found out it's got like a transport plug to stop it from moving around when it's in the box, which is funny. So we just take that out and we can now try putting this tape in. side A. Oh, there we go, that's in. Now we need to put tapes. We need to put batteries in this, so give me a second. Right, so 4 AA batteries are in here. So we need to, let's get this polystyrene out of the way, because we will need to work out what we're doing. This book. So on the screen there are lots of F1 things and operations and stuff, and we can kind of push the function buttons and it will ask us things that we can't read. Right, game basic. Is that just a yes? Because that's what we want. That's not right. This might take a while. Oh. Okay, so we're at a different screen now, so we're going to push 1 to choose basic. Hooray! We got basic on the screen. That was a lot quicker than normal as well, so I think we just got lucky, basically. No pun intended. Right, now is it just as simple as doing load, like on the Spectrum? We don't know if there's anything on this tape either, that's the other thing. I mean, that's what we do on the Spectrum. Oh, it's waiting for something, so, okay. Play. There's no sound, by the way, because although I've composite modded this, I haven't done anything with the sound. The tape's moving, which is good, so... Oh. Right.
取扱説明書をよく読んだ上でご使用ください。このテープには、ファミリーベーシック取扱説明書のサンプルプログラム、サンナデータが収録されています。では、ゲームベーシックモードの PG グラフィックにセットしてください。データレコーダーの音量を最大にセットしてください。
Every time I start talking, it starts saying something else.
音が鳴ると同時に L キーを押して、次にリターンキーを押してください。
Okay, that's data. So let's rewind that a little bit. So there were some instructions there then. So I think it wanted us to be in BG graphics mode, but we're going to try this mode anyway. This is not BG graphics mode. So if we do load again. Oh, hello, something's happening. Okay, it's skipping. So we probably have not got that load command right. Let's look in the manual. Okay, so looking in the manual, I don't know if you can see this, it's a bit bright. So here we've got some examples as well, which are fortunately in English. It looks like if we just do load, it may well just load the first thing that pops up, which is what we want. So let's give that a try. Need to stop this first, hold on. There we go. Well, it hasn't said skip this time. Didn't seem to work. But that may well... I mean, it was definitely reading the tape before because it was skipping stuff. But we can try different volumes, or we may be just wrong about what we're doing here. That's the other... Okay, we flipped over to side B, but side B just appears to be blank. So I think maybe we'll just write a program, save it, then just try loading it up again. So let's again stop this, and let's just do the simplest program we can do, which is our good old friend, Hello World. Alright, let's give that a run, make sure it works. Hey! Stop it. Right, so now I figure we just do save, and I guess we give it a name, so hello. And then we hit record and play. Now we've wound the tape on a little bit so that it was actually past the header. So hopefully this will now save. Now this tape recorder, if it works perfectly, and it is in a fantastic condition, then it's a bit of a miracle though. These things do tend to degrade with rubber and stuff being heavily involved in their construction. Right, okay, so that worked. Well, at least it's saved. Let's rewind that. There's no tape counter on this, which is interesting. It would be a lot more useful if there was one. Right, and now let's just do load on its own. Okay, so we did a lot of playing around with volume, and we've now got our volume, it seems, if we list the program. There we go, there's our original program. Yeah, so we swapped back, we forgot the graphics mode thing, and we actually went and did this instead. It does make me want to now go and try that other side out, but there we go. Our program loaded after we played around with the volume enough for it to understand what was going on. So, yeah, I reckon we try to just load that program up again from side A. I'm still well, I don't know what it's saying, let's be honest. It's in Japanese, a language I do not in any way understand. So it could be saying anything. It could be saying, don't have this in background graphics mode for all I know. Come on, in you go. Why are you not going in? There we go, it's in. So we need to just fast forward past the talking. Oh, okay. Well, we're back to skipping. Okay, we're back to skipping. I guess that's something. Right, we'll try once more in background graphics mode, but I don't think that's going to be the issue. This could be good. There we go. We loaded this up, so we loaded up some kind of level. So this is part of what you can do with the Family Basic. You can kind of create small graphics. There is sprite handling and everything inside that. There's even built-in Mario sprites and things like that. And this is part of it. This has got like this is what the background editor is. You can edit backgrounds. And we managed to load something. Hooray! And that does indeed suggest that the other code that we tried to load and was getting a tape error in basic mode is indeed some actual basic, but it just won't load. But we got stuff to load, and that's amazing. And I mean, the whole thing is kind of astounding, the way it's done, the way that Nintendo kind of rolled this console in with this graphics basic, and they made it all work as a game system, but with computers, and made it easy to make games and stuff. It's just fantastic. And this tape machine just looks so nice. It just these Nintendo colours just work really well. I'm a big fan. Anyway, we will have to cover the Family Basic a bit more. There are things like this background graphics mode and stuff we didn't cover nearly enough. We need to do more. So we will do at some point. But for now, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please hit like. If you really enjoyed the video, please hit subscribe. If you didn't enjoy the video or you have something else to say, then please leave it in the comment below. And don't forget to hit the bell icon thingy up there somewhere to make sure that you get told when we release new videos. And yeah, see you next time.